Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing, no matter how they fascinate me. It isn't to be. From afar. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell. Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets. You have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now. Huzzah! What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. It is a strange thought, but how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. It is all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tool so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems Sir Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
How might I be of service?
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people. Some of us fail to grasp that this world extends beyond the bounds of our cloistered haven. Ah, forgive me. You do not speak our tongue, do you? From this moment forth, so long as you remain by my side, I shall interpret for you. Now, come. The place the trial should be held is just up ahead. The trial of archery shall be held here. I bid you wait just a moment while I prepare my entry. But I've just noticed. Where are all the custodians? They ne'er leave their posts. Could it be aught amiss?
Nenwen mor Iwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Martir fa nun fionor, minas vena eralote. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Kiriando anmindor hiroth.
No. Doireann? I cannot stand idly by while my sister is in peril. My friend, if e'er I've had need to call upon your aid, 'tis now. I beg of you to join me in my sister's rescue. There is no time. I shall mark the location of the ogre's den upon your map. Make haste. Her life hangs in the balance. You're here, and not a moment too soon. We must find my sister and save her from the ogre's clutches.
Veninume, mormartir teel adaka kiriandio.
Tayel ni sil arin fel. Nun morivin wi alcarwa menelume. Lis anandor lungtena.
Nando infa echialis, pelinolwende, sinde, soron, aiele alvekil.
Moriven fendernar itarondo vani. Falis tuliaf venenumin osto taralia osto telpe. Lungtene nun wi fa atacher. Abahat, preserve me. 'Tis e'en more nightmarish a sight than I had feared. My father battles the ogre while my sister is clutched in his fist. But there is still hope, if I act quickly. Listen well, friend. I shall strike the beast's arm while my father holds its attention. The moment the ogre relinquishes my sister, I ask that you lead her to safety. I have ne'er attempted to strike a target so distant before. E'en the trial of archery does not demand such a feat. Yet, for the sake of my sister, my arrows must fly true. Oh, my heart. There can be no gladder tidings in all the world. Words shall ne'er suffice to express my gratitude, friend. None of this would have been possible if you had not gifted me this bow. You are my sister's savior. I am for e'er in your debt.
Eteler, lea fermor eldalia eralote.
Finlenar.
Carilm ilmen arcael. Silfa nambawe nun calael alame. Angadur sindi. Kemenindor canian irils aldecar. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne? Eteler, lea fermor eldalia eralote. Ondovana alvekil, eteler ne anler ailame. Lungtena peli telume, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Nenwen mor aiwanon, artahir curir, mor fa erando, amanda kill. Kiriando anmindor hiroth, artahir curir, mor fa erando, amanda kill. Vanelin hyror soron, sorne an fameltol, nuldis amanda kill angadur femor. Kasinke telpi nun finaler, lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis.
Finlenar. Lungdena we fearn osto. My gratitude to you knows no bounds, friend. 'Twas your kindness that altered my plight as much as this bow. Not only are you my sister's savior, but mine as well. By the by, if you are as passionate about mastery of the bow as I am, perhaps you might speak with my father. His experience ought to be of benefit to you.
Caril, kemen rostindo nun meltol. Morvea curuir. You're no elf. Halan lome meltol. Firnis numberway. I am called Doireann. My brother taught me to speak your tongue. So different from our own. Do you understand me? I learned the words, but this is the first I use them. Others of your kind have come here, but my people warn them away. Oh, but I cannot stay. I must, see to the arbor heart. My duty is to care for this, our sacred tree. The arbor heart, she is called. She has been with us, a very long time. She is nature's very heart, and a pillar of strength for my people. We have always lived in harmony with nature, and the arbor heart is our connection to the land. Yet, day by day, her strength is failing. I must give her nourishment of the soil to help her recover. A special kind, called Gwifencha in my language. I know not what you would call it in yours. Once, a dwarf wandered into the arbor and gifted some to us. It filled the arbor heart with life. Now, little remains. Too little for the arbor heart to recover her strength in full. She begins to wane. Do you know of this substance? It must be found outside the arbor somewhere. If you find any, will you tell me where it lies? The arbor heart needs a special kind of nourishment called it must be found outside.
You can always depend on me to translate for you, Master. Gwifencha is the Elvish word for scale cinder.
In your tongue, it is called scale cinder? Where can it be found, I wonder?
Now, scale cinder is a byproduct of the Batali smithing style. A Batali blacksmith ought to be able to tell us more.
If you see him on your journey, will you let me know?
Aye. What brings you to Brocker's smithy? Looking for scale cinder, are we? Well, you're in a luck. Our forge is flit. Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say. I'm afraid that changes things a wee bit. Elves and dwarves don't get along, see? Brocker won't want to help you, unless you were to offer him aught he couldn't resist. Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of elven culture no dwarf can turn their nose up at. All elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, save this singularly flavoursome dish, Nutriab. Course, no dwarf would openly admit to having a taste for it. But the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves foaming at the maw. Don't believe me? Bring a bowl of it to Brocker. You'll soon see.
So the blacksmith ought grant us some Gwifencha in exchange for Nutriab.
Have you found Gwifencha? A dwarven blacksmith has some? Truly? But elves and dwarves do not see, eye to eye? I fear the smith will not heed my plea. You believe he will if I prepare an elven dish? Which one? Nutriab? Dwarves have a liking for it, they say? Are you certain? Nutriarb is not very tasty. Few elves enjoy it. It is a pungent stew of, old fish and apples, boiled till it forms a thick paste. But I shall prepare it, if it has any chance of bringing me Grafentia. The Arbor Heart depends upon it. Would you be willing to gather the ingredients for me? You won't have to go far to find them. I thank you. I need only the 2 main ingredients, rotten apples and rotten fish. Bring them to me, and I will prepare Nutriarb.
Friending, if we can but find...
Do you have the ingredients? This is all I need. I will prepare the dish now. It shan't take long. My people dwell in the mountains, so we are rarely able to dine on fish from the sea. This dish was first made by an elf with a craving for fish, when no fresh fish was to hand. These fish already stink of the sea. Left to rot, they turn even more, pungent. Nutriarb is oft served at celebratory events, but I have never seen anyone eat it. Everyone turns their noses from the smell. I must endure. It is almost finished, thankfully. The stink is more than I can bear. It is ready, but it is so vile. I cannot understand how anyone could stomach it, let alone enjoy it. I fear the dwarven blacksmith will be angry if I present him with this, but I will trust in you. Come, let us away to Batal. I thank you. Here, my brother gave this to me. Might we not use it now? The sooner we arrive, the better.
You're back! And who's that you've got with you? An elf? I ne'er met one afore. Not quite what I imagined, if I'm honest. Well met. The name's Sarah. I'm an apprentice here at the smithy.
Well met.
She's the one who's after the scale cinder, I expect. Have you brought some of that elven delicacy along with you then, like I suggested?
Yes, I have the Nutriarb with me.
Marvellous. I thought I smelt it on you. Mark me, you put that in front of Brocker, and he'll fain hear out your request. Right, follow me. I've just cleaned out the forge, see, so we'll need to make for the cavern where we dump all the excess scale cinder. Come on, you two. The cavern's this way. Right, here we are. Oi, Brocker, you in here?
What's all this racket? I thought I told you that... You imbecile! You brought an elf here, of all things! Get her out of here, now!
Hold a moment, Brocker. She's brought something for you. Don't you want to see what is?
A gift. For you.
Ah! What makes you think I'd be able to stomach your elven cooking? I'm gonna go dispose of this, and I expect the elf to be gone when I return.
What am I to do now?
What you came here for, of course. This is your chance.
Truly? But...
You'll have to be quick, mind. Brocker makes short work of his meals. While you're at it, you might have yourselves a little competition, eh? See who can collect more of the stuff. Anyway, good luck. I'll be outside keeping watch. We'd best leave it at that. Wouldn't want Brocker to espy you in here. Come on.
My heart is racing. I thought the dwarf would catch us. How much scale cinder did you get? You've got so much. With this, the Arbor Heart will undoubtedly recover. For now, I must return and tend to the Arbor Heart. I hope you will come visit us again. I should like you to see the Arbor Heart, restored. And I must thank you as well, Sarah. You and the blacksmith, Brocker.
Not at all. 'Twas my pleasure. I'm sure Brock'd say the same if he weren't so stubborn.
You're here. You must come see. Look there. New buds. The Arbor Heart is recovered. And as she and I are as one, I feel renewed myself. You saved her. I will never forget this debt of gratitude as long as I live. The Arbor Heart seems gladdened to have new life in her boughs. It is joyous to behold. Fortunate I am that we crossed paths. Perhaps we can journey outside the Arbor together again someday. Have you any new tidings to share? I have a request. Will you hear it? I thank you. I am very glad. This is for you. As thanks.
Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes. Behold! The Royce Dragon! By my power, the Dogma of Dragons is unmade. You could ne'er understand, Arisen. We must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all. You've doomed us all to the cycle. And you...
Greetings, Arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart? Or is it to reclaim thy throne? I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight. Pitiable arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Intriguing. This then is thy will. Our parley is done. We must fulfill our charges. I, as the dragon, and thou as the arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield.
No, stay away.
Pray. Turn back.
Leave now, while you can.
You have strayed, Arisen. And for what? Lest you forget. You have a world where you belong. There, you are to fell the great evil in your path and rule the people as their sovereign. For that is who you are. And it is my wish that you should live out that life of purpose. The time has come for you to return. Go. My children shall see you there safely.
Let us go home. Together.
To a world under your rightful rule.
To a world all your own.
This is your will? Then behold, a world unmerciful, bereft the benevolent hands that guides.
Oh, you return. I am so happy to see you safe. You were gone so long. I was very worried. Oh. You think we should leave the Arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea, but I can try to convince him. Please, follow me.
As arborist, Sir Tyson is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
Right you are. Kemen Ross, Akasa, Arinfel.
Findelnar, Nevea nolwende lis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio eromar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar. Nun falesmir, magananon?
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Neveatara morivin. Lis va aldakar kemen ros. Hera ur lis nun. Yav morin garina like asar kemen ros iloratu anfirtara. Eteler caril morivin alcadar palan. Kemen nun lis alecano. Surne kemen ros herenon yav kuruir. Falis isil rod lintar. Ne yav alecano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nun lis amanda kill angadur femor.
Herenon nun lia Findelnar. Lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto. Firnis morivin. Morivin kemen tur alecano. Menelum hiroth mor carilm anardor.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa. Eteler lea fermor eldalia eralote. Sorne an fameltol. Vanelin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root.
A piece of the Arbor heart goes with you. Keep her close. She is very important to us.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir aidalia anandor. Nun lintan.
Nenamboe yavstir uru Findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasvana. Nun
Duintarme kinalen meltol. Parantelume anlis. Ne kemen kayayinju munsil. Ne meltol linkan aldakar an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis tiel?
Palan hiarmenran. Lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala. Nun mor arta her. Firnis an erumar isil rod. Nenwen mor aiwanon. Alcarwa fir iavstir lalastar. Nun falesmir.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
fades. This tale's end has been unwritten. My heart, it